What's up everybody, welcome to the channel, and in today's video we are going to talk about object introspection in Python. Now we had talked about dunder methods, email setters, properties, email deleter and abstract base classes in Python and a lots of that stuff. And this is the last concept, that is the object introspection. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to make a new Python file right here, and I'll name this Python file as obj underscore intro, and then I'll click on enter, and as you can see that my Python file is opened here. So basically what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to copy the previous class that we had made in our previous videos, that is the class employee. And in this class I had basically initialized some properties, email setters, then email deleters and some functions, and I had also made some class variables and a constructor as well. So first of all I'm going to make an object of this class. So I'm going to name this object as obj1. So that obj1 is equal to employee, and then the employee class, it basically has a constructor, so it takes the first name and the last name as an input. So I'm basically going to write Rohan, and after that I'm going to write Mehra. So I'm going to write Rohan Mehra, and then what I can do is that I can use this object in order to access the functions inside this class. Now, for example, guys, if I want to introspect this object, that is, if I want to know what are the functions associated with this object, what can I use with this object, how can I use it. So for that purpose, we have a type method. Now, if I write print type, and after that if I write obj1, and then if I run this function, as you can see right here, that it will print class main employee, that is, it is an object of the employee class. Now for example, if I write a string right here instead of the obj1, that is, if I write this is me, and if I rerun this program, as you can see that it will print that this is a class str, because this is basically a string. Similarly, if I write 23, it will print that this is class int, because this is an integer. And I hope guys that you knew this before seeing this video. And now what we can do, guys, is that if I write obj1 right here, you saw that it printed that it is a object of the employee class. So I can change this type into an id, that is, I can write id, and after that if I rerun this function right here, it will give me the id of the object. Now guys, whatever you declare, whatever string you write inside a computer, whatever integer you write, everything you write has a particular id of itself. So for example, instead of the obj1, if I write this is me, and if I rerun this program again, as you can see that it will print a different id. It has printed 1886826238896. And after that if I rerun this program, that is, if I just copy this statement right here and if I change it, so I'll write this is you, and after that this is you, and after that if I rerun this program right here, as you can see that it has printed 3091575968560, and here it has printed some different numbers. So this has a different id, but if I change the u to me and if I rerun this program right here, as you can see that it has printed the same id. So guys, whatever things we declare inside a computer, whether it be a string or an integer or anything, even an object, it has a particular distinct id of itself, and it is stored in that memory address. Now we have type and id, and now we have some things by which we can know that what are the functions that are related to this object. Now id and type, they don't give us the function names, that these are the functions that we can use with respect to object, right? So what I can do is that instead of the id, now I can write dir, and after that I'll have to write the object. Now if I make a variable right here, I'll name it as o, and after that if I write this is me, and then if I print the dir of o, and if I rerun this program, as you can see that it has printed something right here. It has printed add class contains dir doc eq format and all of the functions that are related to the string. As you can see that it has also printed is alnum, then is upper join. So these are the functions that are related to a string, and it has printed all of it right here. So the dir basically gives us a list of functions that are related to that particular object. Now instead of the obj, I can write obj1, And after that, if I run this program, as you can see that it has printed all of the functions that are associated with the obj1, that is class, dict, dir. Then it will also give us the instance variables, as you can see right here, f name, l name, email, print details, and all of the class variables, all of the class functions, all of the class methods that are related with this object. It will just print it right here. Now, for example, there is a module named as instance. So in that module, there is a function and that gives us the list of all the categories. Now the categories in functions, they are class variables, then they are instance variables, then they are class methods, constructors that are related with that object, and that kinds of categories. So for that purpose, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to comment these two statements, and after that I will import the instance. So I will write import, sorry, it is inspect. I'm really sorry, it is inspect. So now I can write print inspect dot get members. So it has a function known as get members, and inside that you can provide an object. So I'm going to write obj1, and after that if I rerun this program right here, as you can see that it has given me a list that contains all the tuples, and in these tuples we have got Rohan, Elname, Mehra, and then we have got some dir, then we have got the object address right here, then we have got some other functions and everything right here. Basically it has split the items as a tuple inside some separate categories. And after that, guys, what you can do is that you can parse this. For example, if I want the 0th element, that is this one, what I can do is that I can categorize it as obj1 type. And because this is basically the obj1 type, it used to print everything whenever we ran print type obj1. So this is what it will be categorized into. And guys, what you can do is that you can categorize every part of this list. So I'm giving you a quick quiz right here that you need to categorize not all the parts of the list but some parts of the list. For example, these are the instance variables, you can categorize it like that. And after that, what you need to do is that you need to print all of this, that is instance variables is equal to this tuple. And after that, when you print type obj1, it used to print this one. So like that, you need to categorize the list in your way. And after that, you need to write your code in the comment section below. So I hope, guys, that you understood everything in today's video about how we can inspect and about the object introspection. So guys, I hope that you understood everything in today's video about object introspection in Python, how we can use dir and the inspect module right here in order to introspect the objects. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. If you haven't accessed my Python for Absolute Beginners playlist, the link will be in the description. I hope you're safe and I'll see you next time.